Hi, good morning. It's Sunday. It's now June 1st. I have 12 days. Motor is, those mounts are really rigid. Motor's just in there with some mounts. I gotta take turbo kit off. I've got to update a bunch of stuff anyways, put a set of lifters in it that can maybe hold some more RPM. I'm gonna pull the motor out. Why not? Follow me on an adventure. The question is, do I try to remove some more weight? Or do I just add ballast? I have a giant trunk. Gigantic. I was going to move the radiator. I think that's too much. I'm just taking on too. I have this gigantic trunk. Like, it is. I'm a big guy. It's gigantic. I can pretty much. Yeah. I can fit in here pretty comfortably, I guess. So, it's a big trunk. Good old legs. $3.99 a month, buddy. So what do I do? God, it's so bright. Thanks for the sun and all, but damn. What do I do, guys? What do I do? Input is appreciated. Yeah, let's vote. Now I gotta get my fat ass out of here. I had a feeling my motor was loose in this Lexus. I haven't done this. I should have checked it. See the mount bolts? It's so hard to see. Look at this. I didn't take this out. This one's, that's not even touching the fucking mount. Where's, what? What did I do? Yeah, she moves a little bit. But every time I try to pull to show you, my fat ass is moving. Oops. This changes things. I'm just kidding. I've got a grinder and a hammer. We'll be fine. But as you can tell, big bay with nothing in it. Stop. Options. I knew that bolt was loose the other day when I was taking the converter bolts out. I knew the crank bolt was loose. So that thing's been bouncing around for a while. Part of the adventure. Man. There's a lesson for everybody. You ever look in a mechanic's toolbox and wonder why they have so many similar tools? Why they have extras? Because the puller I was just using is like the fastest way to pull an LS crank off. Or crank pulley. Except for the piece of false. Just goes on there, turns, locks in place. You know, you can do your thing. Whatever. Now, this is a Chrysler and LS balancer puller. See how it grabs the actual flange? Save my ass. Now I don't have to be breathing all that shit in. Bam. This is why you buy tools. And when you think you have them all, buy some more. Note to self. This is a Matco HBPP3L. Like I said, this tool is awesome. It is extremely useful. And this guy is, well, I guess more useful. Had it even longer, and it's a Blue Point. You can rent them. You can actually buy all this stuff off of Amazon. The Chinese make everything. So, tech tip. I guess I can show you how to use the tool. Flat out. When it seems impossible, just keep going. Oh, look at that. Now it does a dance. There's that. There's that. Voila. Hi, it's me again. You know what's really hard to do? Remove weight from a Lexus. Actually, I guess it's not hard. It's It's very tedious. So, boy, forever to keep waiting it. Factory stereo stuff. Sunroof's pretty big. It's just a lot of stuff. And then I get to attack this guy. Stuff. We're gonna be a race car. It's still gonna have the cool, like, the easy exit power column. You put the key in, the steering wheel comes down, comes out. When you take the key out, it goes in, goes up. It's pretty nice. But there's a lot of stupid shit. ABS and wheel speed sensors. I'm not gonna leave any holes. Of course, the sunroof from the Summit sells a sheet of carbon fiber. Just put that on there. It won't look bad. I'll over, half an inch. Just a little guy. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the carpet. I do like the carpet. It's squishy. 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 So am I. Fun. Just anything that's not needed, it's coming out. Whatever. If it makes it through this, then maybe it becomes an OPREP car. If it makes it through this, I don't have to sell anything. I don't have to sell any of my cars that I currently own. I can just sell everybody else's cars. I like that idea. I like it. First real day. Sunroof gone. Visor's gone. Carpet gone. There's so much sound in there. So, dry ice it is. This huge chunk of wiring can come out. This guy can come out. Okay, so carpet, the sunroof, the headliner, the speakers, the radio never worked, the old dead amp, shit like that. Here's my collection of stuff. Carpet. This is like a rear seat filler panel that the carpet goes to fill on the floor. Sunroof. All of this shit. Factory subwoofer, speakers. Added it all up. And I'm looking at 91.52 pounds that I pulled out of the interior. I'm gonna do more. I've got some stuff that I can cut. I'm gonna remove sound deadener for sure. I figure sound deadener is probably gonna be worth 10 pounds. I feel like I have to do this. Maybe I should just put it all in the trunk. Heater box. All that's coming out because for some reason the heater control stopped working, or the blower motor, and I diagnosed it and it didn't fix it, so apparently I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll probably save 130, 140 pounds. And then I'm thinking, it's dangerous when I think. If I'm waiting on other stuff, I'm still waiting on a couple people to see if I can get some decent deals on some parts. Because this is kind of tough. On like a last minute kind of thing. But I have this giant trunk and I have to be prepared. I mean, you have no idea how big this trunk is. Actually, you do. Because the video I had earlier, I was sitting in this motherfucker. But I could cut all this out. If I wanted to, I could put the trunk back here and still put ballast. I could still put ballast. Hell, I'll put an external ballast on it. It is what it is. Or I could go under the car. See exactly how far I have the time to go. Because I'm looking at, I got to modify the front. It is getting a bigger intercooler that is going to flow a lot more, unless I went methanol, which I don't really want to do. But motor's out. It looks good. We're gonna put a bigger cam in it because we need something that can turn more RPM. I'll see what I can do with the heads. Like I said, they're valve springs on stock 317s. I'm really surprised that this is. Forgot that when we did this car for Josh, we had a Treadstone intercooler and it had like a 2.5 inch inlet and outlet, and we wanted 3 inch. And instead of doing what we should have done, money was tight. for the customer, and we just kind of did what we had to do. We did this, and I forgot about it, and it has. This is what we did. It's not my proudest moment. I mean, Brandon did a really good job on it, but I forgot about it. So, that is a piece of 3-inch, sleeved over the top of 2.5 on both sides. Now keep in mind, we were running, just tuned on 22 pounds. And you can, I mean, my scramble set at 28. So now it might actually do something. I never got a good reading on my IATs because when we built this car, we put the IAT sensor, or AIT, in the back of the intake manifold, which is an aluminum intake. Pile of shit. But it heats it. You'd always see like 110 degrees. As long as you're moving. If you let it sit, man, that motherfucker was 140. So now it should be better. Of course, it's going to get better right before I run the risk of losing it. This is the most expensive marketing plan that I've ever had, and I'm glad to be part of it. Boy, the risk is there. But I have a car that nobody else wanted, and I just kept doing stuff with. And I mean, now, eventually, hopefully within a week, it'll be all back together, and it'll be better than ever. And it'll outlast everybody. I won't outpower, and I know these guys are smart. There's some tuners in this thing, and there's professional racers, just people with history that have been doing this for a while. I don't care, because sometimes you get lucky. I'd have to get lucky what? So 8 will race down to 4, 4 race down to 2. So each one could go, 7 races? I got to see if it's best of 4 or 5. Yeah, either way, I mean, we'll run it ragged. Whatever. Hopefully some of these sponsors hit me back. I don't even know if I can use any of this stuff, but we'll give it a shot. Why not? We'll try. Luck is on our side, or actually stupidity is on our side, and that's dumb luck. And that's sometimes better.